Hey guys, Carter and Craig here with Patriot Training Center. We're going to shoot a USPSA match up here in Albertville, Alabama. And this is my second match.
This is my first.
Craig's first match. So, doing a little pre-video here. Craig, what do you think it's going to be like?
Stress. It's just going to be stressful. I'm not going to lie. But I'm confident in my skills in my training, so we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. There's a couple good shooters here, so we're gonna see how that plays out.
Yeah. So what are some things you're looking to get out of it?
Seeing how I do under pressure, and also with the competition of some good shooters there. There's some higher classified people there, so we'll see.
Yeah, we like to shoot these competitions. Granted, this is only my second USPSA match. And I only shot an IDPA classifier in like a little mini match. So I'm pretty new to the competition scene, but from what I've shot so far, I really enjoy it because it's making you think under pressure and be able to make decisions quickly with your gun. And kind of like turning the best way to describe being able to shoot well at matches is having your gun skills automatic, meaning like you don't have to think about pulling the trigger. You're thinking about target selection and when you're transitioning and things like that. So I like being able to have that added pressure of everybody, all your peers around, and kind of get that heart rate up and be able to perform with that. So obviously we can't simulate real gunfights, but it is good to be able to shoot under pressure and practice that as best you can. So we're really excited. We're gonna go shoot this and we'll let you guys know how it is after. Okay guys, we got back from our competition last night. It was a super great time. We didn't get back until like 11, so we didn't make the video last night, but it's the next day and we had a little bit of time to think about it, how we did in the match. So we were able to take a couple videos of the different stages that we shot. We didn't get all of them, but here's some of them. From Craig and I both. There's some things that we didn't do great, but also some things to learn from. Some things we did good. Overall, I was pretty happy with it. Lots to get better on. And roll the clips.
You're done? You're good? Okay. Ben, can you be over there? Okay. You just watch yourself because you're always supposed to be behind the RO.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready? Stand by.
Wait.
What?
Sorry.
You're good.
I'm good. Look right. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're fine. Yes. You're already loaded.
Coach, don't you take.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, now.
All right. Are you ready? Stand by.
He's going to back up.
Yep.
Are you ready? Stand by.
So Craig, how do you feel that you did overall in the competition?
Well, it was my first time, so I placed kind of low. I think I was 4th from the bottom or something like that. But again, it's my first time, so
That's in the overall. You actually won your division.
And that's funny when there's only 2 other people.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun. I had a lot of fun. It taught me a lot of different things I got to work on now. And
what are some things that you want to get better at?
oh God, moving efficiently would be good. Because that's what I think killed me a lot. And also, hitting the target would also be very good.
Yeah, you had a couple misses, as did I. The biggest thing that I feel like for you will definitely be visual patience, making sure it does not take that much extra time to make sure that you're hitting the target. Even just getting some C-zone hits instead of my full misses, that's going to save a ton of points. And then, yeah, just moving more efficiently while you're shooting.
Learn when to reload too. I mean, that also helps so you don't go to slide lock.
Yeah. Yeah, but some positives that I saw is your draw to first shot. You beat me on one of the
First
stages.
time in a millennium, but we'll take it.
Which is always the curse of going first, is that you set a standard for someone else to beat. So on stage 4, the one that you guys just watched, I clacked off a .88 draw to first shot, and then Craig I told him not to beat me, and
I proceeded to beat
a
him.
.84. So that was fun.
I mean, I thought everybody was great there. I mean, the community there was just awesome. Everybody's super understanding,
yeah.
giving us tips and tricks here and there. It was great. There's some really good shooters there too.
Yeah, seriously. Some things that I took away from it: I need to work on my visual patience, so this is my second match. My first match, I felt like my stage plan. So having a plan of how you're going to shoot the stages, because in USPSA it's kind of freestyle. You can decide how you want to shoot everything. From the first time to the second time, I feel like my stage plan was much more subconscious. I was very I knew what I was doing, and I just did it instead of having to think while I'm actually doing it. And then as far as my movement goes, I was much more efficient on my movement, and I placed a few spots higher than I did my first one, which is good. So I saw improvement there. There were a couple things that I did really well. I thought that I did. I was a lot more efficient in my moving and shooting. The thing that killed me is I had 4 mics throughout the whole stages, so 4 misses, and misses kill your points. They're -10, so that's a total of -40 points. There were a lot of guys that placed higher than me solely because of those mics. If I would have just taken a little bit more time, I could have placed way higher, which is something that I'm going to be working on. And it's not even like I have to take that much more time. It's milliseconds, and just sight verification is so important because you can't miss fast enough to win a match.
Oh yeah,
and that translates to real life. You cannot miss fast enough to win a gunfight either. So that balance of accuracy and speed plays in competition, and it also relates to self-defense as well. So that kind of segues into what are the benefits of competition for self-defense. And maybe some cons to think about. For me, I think that being able to be under pressure and shooting a gun is really important. Being able to induce stress with a gun and be able to perform under stress with a gun, it simulates that competition. Obviously, it's not going to simulate a real gunfight. The only way we can feel the pressures of being in a gunfight or being in a real gunfight, right? Or maybe some force on force, but even that doesn't really. That doesn't simulate actually gunfights. But being inoculated to being under stress using your gun and being able to perform, I think, is really, really important. And competition is a great tool to do that.
I thought we both did pretty good on that part. I don't know about you, but I felt pretty calm throughout all of it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've taken a couple hard classes. We've also put ourselves through naturally just through our training. So I thought we were pretty good about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about
But you're always around your peers and stuff, so finding new ways to keep your pressure up and learning how to not be stressed. The goal is to be able to perform under that stress. So keeping a cool head is definitely one of them. The other benefit that I see is being able to move and shoot. So
can't get shot if you keep moving.
Yeah, I mean you can, but that's a good skill to have within your skill set. That way you can draw on it if you need to.
Another thing that I found was target acquisition, because there's open targets and there are partial targets. So what open means is it's just like this, it's completely open, there's a full target you see here, but the partials are kind of closed off, and so they had a lot of these partials sitting around, and I found it I had to really focus on my target in order to make sure I don't get any mics, because target transition and target acquisition is a big part of it, and it's one of those skills you need to know if you want to be good at competition.
It's definitely going to test your throttle control. So shooting big targets fast, small targets, you got to throttle it a little bit. I'm not going to say slow down, but acquire more sights, be more precise on those shots, because again, you can't miss fast enough to win. So overall, I think competition is a great way to test your skills with a gun, inoculate that, or get that stress inoculation, be able to move and shoot. All of those skills are great for defensive purposes. Now, there are very few, but some drawbacks I can see to competition shooting when you're equating it to the self-defense world. The number one drawback for me personally, and I found myself doing this, which I'm not mad at myself for, is holstering unloaded guns is kind of stupid. They do that in USPSA and IDPA for safety reasons. So you have to show clear, hammer down, and then holster the gun. So when you show clear, hammer down, you basically show the gun clear, drop the slide, and pull the trigger at the burn. Definitely wouldn't get in the habit of that. Don't pull the trigger unless you're intending to shoot or intending to dry fire. But overall, just make sure you're keeping that in mind when you're at events like this. You have to follow by their rules, but in real life, probably not what I would do. One of the other cons I can see is like semi-valid argument is shooting too fast and getting acceptable hits but not precise hits. So, for instance, if you're just racing through it trying to shoot as many Charlies as possible or C-zone hits as possible, instead of taking that little extra time and shooting A-zone, I think it's worth it in self-defense to be precise. You always want that balance of speed and accuracy, but if you're shooting someone in the gut really fast, it doesn't necessarily do what you want. So make sure that you're taking that time to practice hitting, being able to capably put A-zone hits into something. Just make sure that you're remembering that this like acceptable hits are A-zone hits, close C-zone hits, and not really gaming it. So gaming, you can kind of find yourself like gaming it, but in real life you're not really gaming it. You're trying to put the threat down as fast as possible, and the only way you can do that is through effective vital zone hits. So making sure you keep that in mind. But that said, being able to shoot quickly and building that reserve of speed is another that goes in the pros list. Is if you're able to shoot really fast, you have a reserve of speed that you wouldn't have if you're just slowly shooting. So if you practice shooting fast in competition and then you practice kind of dialing it back a little bit, your fast will be way different than someone else's fast. So you feel like you're slowing down, but compared to other people, you're actually smoking anything. You're really fast. But your decision making becomes faster. You see what you need to see faster. So I think that that's a huge benefit of competition. But overall, I think competition is awesome. There's so many benefits to it. I don't think the drawbacks are worth you not doing it. Just a couple things to keep in mind. And the best way to get good at competition is through dry fire. Speaking of dry fire, we have a 30-day dry fire program in the description below. It's completely free. Go check that out, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.